That's what I'm talking about, son. Little Saguaro Lake bass. Folks, today we're at Saguaro Lake having a little fun. They're nesting now, they're up on beds. And we got out here a little late, but we're gonna run around and see what we can't find. See if we can't find some fun fish. Tell you what, this is a beautiful lake. It gets hammered a lot, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun to fish this time of year. And I got a bunch of different baits out on the deck we're gonna try probably today. I got my Bass Assassin, I got all my baits for sight fishing and stuff. They said the bite's really good out here, and of course, you know, with it being so small and being so pressured, we'll see what we can't find. But I love this lake, it's clear. You've got the opportunity to catch a fish of a lifetime on this lake. You know, my good buddy Scooter, who has the Arizona Fishing guides out here quite a bit, and he has his whole staff out here coming out here, and Dan and Rob, and I'll tell you what, if you want a fish of a lifetime, you book a trip with the Arizona Fishing guides, because there's big fish out here, they know how to catch them, and I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun. This lake really produces the huge fish, and over the years we've done well here, but one of my favorite little lakes, and even though it gets pressured, it's still a lot of fun, and you get to meet a lot of great people out here fishing. But we're gonna go around and see what we can't do. I'm throwing my Taipan medium action rod with a braid line. It's actually a 12-pound braid with a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. And I'm using a Thule shaker head that's by Cactus Wren Outdoors. It's a Thule shaker. It's got a little screw cork on there. And what I'm using on this is a rage-tail craw. It's white. It's a small one. Now, when I come up to the smaller fish, and they've been really hammered by the big baits and a lot of these fishermen, what I like to try to do is come up with something a little bit smaller that these fish might not be so intimidated by after being hit so many times. So there's gonna be times we pull out the big stuff though. If we see a big fish, we gotta pull out the big stuff. But we're gonna go around and have some fun. I'll show you how to catch some of these fish, and we'll see what happens. We just came to this lake this morning, so I haven't had a chance to find anything really that I would go, okay, I found one female. Females are the big fish, but lots of nests. And when I say lots of nests, you can look down right here in the water and see there's a lot of grass in this lake. And then you see all this fanned out where you see the sand and the rocks. It's all white. And that right there is a bed. We got one up here a little shallower. This is a bed up here. You know, you see the shells and things like that. That's a huge bed. Now, those fish have already been caught or spawned out and gone. Most of them have just spawned out and gone, because I know a lot of folks that come out here and fish, catch and release, and those fish will spawn out and move on. The fry will move on, and they'll watch the fry, and they'll grow up. So, you know, but it sure is a lot of fun it's like hunting. You know, this time of year for us fishermen, it's like hunting. You can actually see your prey, you know. He's gonna bite. Got him! Look at the size of that fish, folks. Oh! Folks. All right, Cactus Wren. Look at the size of that worm. That worm right there they came out with, it's chartreuse for this time of year. Now, chartreuse, think about this. Bluegill on the ends of their fins have that chartreuse tip to them. Instant reaction for a bass. We like to use white so we can see. Believe it or not, in this clear water, I just found out I can see this really well. I thought I'd give it a shot. Put it on that Thule shaker head, and we killed it, all right? Awesome, awesome deal. So we're gonna throw around this chartreuse a little bit, because that fish attacked right away. He didn't waste any time. There's another bed right there, but my shadow's on it. I don't know if I can. I'll throw it right out there and see if we can get an instant hit. Well, he kind of swam off a little bit. Got him! I'll tell you what, that quail tail worm in the 5-inch in that chartreuse color, gets the job done. You can catch them. Oh yeah! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, folks! We've hooked into some serious business. Some serious business on that quail tail. Oh my goodness! That's a big bass, folks. That is a giant monster fish. Come on, baby. No, no, no. No, no, no. That is some serious business right there, folks. Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Whoa, on that light line. Look at the size of that monster. Look at it. Hey, I'll tell you what, let me get a quick picture for old Facebook and we'll release her, huh? Real quick. You know the routine. People like pictures. Folks, this is one gourd. This is what you come out to fish for right here, baby. Let's see if she'll go. All right, come on. Come on. What? Are you kidding me? Huh? That is why I love that kind of fishing so much. And I'll tell you something else, because I didn't have a whole lot of time to tell you what the fish or show you, but that fish had been hooked before and been released and bit again. As long as you catch and release these fish, they'll go back. This is exciting because this time of year, those are the kind of monsters that you come out to catch. And without power poles, that would have never been possible. All your equipment comes into play to catch fish like that. And the reason why I say that, it's not that you couldn't have caught the fish, but if you're getting blown around by the breeze a little bit and you're getting pushed off here and there and you're having to hit your trolling motor, that fish was spooky. It had been caught before. So we had to back way off where I could barely see it. And you know, I'm experimenting around a little bit while I'm out here with you folks. And I'll tell you what, that new quail tail in the chartreuse, you can see it good. All I'm using, like I said again, is that Thule shaker head. And they make that at Cactus Wren Outdoors. And boy, I'm glad my knot and everything, that was braid line. Remember, 12-pound braid line, 10-pound leader, and we're golden. Tore my worm up. I guess I'll have to ask for another bag of 50 of those too. That thing is incredible. It's got a little red flake in it. A little bit bigger than the one I used for drop shotting. I'll tell you what, I gotta be honest with you. When I hooked into that fish, I was a little spooked because normally I don't throw it, I don't try to catch those kind of fish on spinning tackle. Let me tell you what happened. I threw my canyon crawl in there. That fish was so spooky from being caught before. I'm like, downsize. Remember, if you downsize, I know a lot of people like to throw the swim baits and things on the beds and things like that, and it's fun. It's, hey man, if it works, it works. But there's a time for everything, a time and a place for everything, and sometimes you have to downsize a little bit to get those fish to bite. And that's what happened. Hey folks, for my tip of the week, one thing really important is, you know, we always make fun of my jiggle technique in the beds and things like that, and it's a lot of fun to do, but remember that you have to really watch the bass around the nest. If you throw it out past the bed and bring it in and give it a little jiggle, let it sit there, sometimes the bass will move out. When the bass is moving out, don't jiggle it and follow the bass. Wait for that bass, he's gonna come back. As soon as he turns around and starts coming back in and sees what's going on, that's when you jiggle it. And then he comes running in there and usually pounds the bait. But that's a good tip, because so many people try to jiggle the bait following the fish, and that's not the ticket. That's my tip of the week. Got him! Got him! He's a good one too! Oh! Another good fish! Boy, that worm, it's so fun. Look at the size of that fish. That's a 4-pounder. Ah. Look at that. Huh? Yes. Folks, that's a 4-pound fish, 3.5, 4-pound fish. Look how thick that fish is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, let's get it back down. Come on, baby. That is so much fun, thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll let you get me wet. It's worth it, baby. Yes, this is why I love this lake. Oh my goodness, I'm having so much fun today. Oh, we haven't left this cove. I haven't seen the rest of the lake yet. I could spend a week down here. You folks down here, you'd be glad that I don't live down here. I'd be here every day. How do you miss out on this kind of fishing? I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. All the lakes are a lot of fun right now. But this one, with that potential of a big bass like we caught. By the way, we weighed that bass when I put it on Facebook, and Fishing with Johnny Johnson on Facebook. But that fish was 8.5 pounds. So on my scale. So that was a lot of fun. That was a big fish. We snuck up on that fish, by golly. All right, we'll move on. This is so much fun. And remember that you don't have to stay. There's so many fish out here, and they're roaming. We're gonna go catch some on some reaction later. This is just way too much fun. I gotta have some fun, man. This is great. The main thing is finding shallow bays. You know, in the springtime, these fish load up in these shallow bays. You know, when the water temperature, well, now it's 67. Perfect, perfect. And the thing is anytime that water temperature hits 60 degrees, you can start figuring you can go to the back of start looking in the backs of the bays and things like that. Good parapolarized sunglasses. If you don't have power poles on your boat, I'm telling you now, you're missing out. It's one of the biggest purchases that I've done, and I'll tell you, it's saved me. And this time of year, I love it, just love it. So there's certain tools you need for this game, and I'll tell you, a good rod, good rods, and good line, and you know, power poles. Remember I said that. Got her. She ate it right there. You saw her open her mouth. That's when you gotta know. Got the bigger fish of the 3 that were in there. Come on, you know you got shoulders. Oh my goodness. That's a good 3.5 pounder right there. 3 anyway. 3. Come on. Yeah, I know that. Come on. All right, you got it. Ah! I saw her open her mouth and inhale that bait. Look at that beautiful fish. They got great color in this clear water too, man. See you, baby. She's like, what was that? I thought it was a bluegill. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, man. Pull up them power poles and go search. Like I said, we haven't left this cove, so I'll go back here and look. What the heck? It's always worth a good peek. You know, this time of year is a lot of fun to fish. When you can actually see the fish and catch them, it's so much fun. But it's very important that we put them back this time of year. If you like fish and you like to eat fish, now would not be the time to actually get them, to be honest with you. You want to wait for the spawn to be over. And the only reason I say that is not to be mean or anything, but us releasing the fish allows them to have the babies that we can come back out and keep catching year after year after year. And in saying that, you know, you see tournament fishermen all the time doing the bed fishing, bringing them into scales, and then they release them. Studies have shown, and it's all over the internet, you can find it, studies have shown that when we catch the fish, release them at the weigh-in, and they're released alive, everything goes back, The bass that we're actually taking off the beds will go find other beds. It hasn't hurt the fishery at all. They'll actually find another nest close by. So a couple little tips there for you to think about this time of year, but it's a lot of fun. Get out and have some good times. Got him, I felt that. I had to feel the bite. It was down there deep. Oh. There's another nice, beautiful bass. Saguaro Lake bass. Look at that. Come on, buddy. Woo. Look, I barely got it under the skin. That's the one thing I love about having a good rod and braid line. Let me tell you, that fish was so deep, and with the wind blowing, I couldn't see it. I saw it when we first pulled up with the breeze and the waves coming in from other boats. So basically what I did was I threw my worm past the bed and I was dragging it in, sweeping it, kind of dragging it, and holding the line somewhat tight. A good graphite rod, this taipan rod, and of course the braid line, no stretch. As soon as the fish inhaled it, boom, I felt the bite, set the hook, there he is. That's a lot of ways you have to catch some of those fish that are down there a little bit deeper, is you have to wait for the feel, you know? So, that's what I did. There's no doubt that this bait's a little harder to see down deeper than, say, a white bait. But can you imagine how many white baits these fish have seen? And the other thing I'm hitting is the fact that the bluegill, like I said, have that little chartreuse tip on there. And this worm's really not, what I would say, offending to the bass. I mean, it's offending to the bass, but what I'm saying is not big and bulky and spooking the bass off the beds when they're really skittish. So they're real curious. And then when they see that little tail, because this is actually sitting somewhat in the weeds sometimes where the head's down there and I'm just shaking it and that little tail's just doing that, they think it's the tail of a bluegill, and that bed, they just whack it. They destroy it. Got her. Oh yeah, big fish. Oh, I lost her. Oh no, that was a monster. You know, I've had a great time on the show today. That last fish, I gotta thank Oliver from Pro Swim Baits. I had a fish on a swim bait there, but that last big fish. But I'll tell you what, Cactus Wren products, awesome. The Canyon Craw, that quail tail worm and a 5-inch chartreuse, great bait. And the Thule shaker, don't forget the jig heads, and you're gonna go out and have a good time. Make no mistake when you're out here fishing for these fish that on some of these big fish, you need to use some big lines. So 17-pound test line's good, you know. Other than that, I've had a great time. It's a beautiful lake, Saguaro Lake. Come visit it, come join it. I'll tell you, there's a lot of boats out here, but there's a ton of fish. You'll have a good time out here. And whatever you do, if I can give you any tip of the week, don't ever try to pull your fish out of the water when you catch them. Don't let them jump on you if you can keep them from jumping. Just don't do that, like I do. I did it for you folks. I had a great time. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. I'm Johnny Johnson.